Good evening, everyone. This is Master Coach A coming in live from Coffee Republic, the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines with global reach. And yes, we're coming in live once again. It's live. We're still live from the coaching hub here in Pasig City. We are located along Pioneer Road, corner United and Brixton Streets, Capitolio, from the city of Pasig. And yes, we're still alive and we're still able to operate. Although we're operating this in a skeletal setup, we don't have our crews, right? Crew and staff right now. We only have Coach Client, okay, who's taking care of the barista thing and the pastry, and of course we have there Coach Janet. So basically everyone in the house right now. So if you're coming from the tribe, so let me just take this moment. We still have our operations manager, Coach Rizel, and Coach Rod's here, Coach Sean, and of course Coach Tin is on floor, Coach Candy Teng, Pastor Alan is on floor, Master Coach Jasmine, Coach Bill, and my husband, Coach Danny, and of course my two kids, the other two kids, okay, si Alan and si Ishi. And we're here right now, we're still up and we're still operating 24/7. And I apologize for coming in a little bit late than the usual 8 o'clock, and as committed that we're gonna be live at 8 o'clock. But we had to go through some clearing process, and I'd like to tell everyone that we're still able to operate. We're allowed to operate as a coaching hub. So just in case you're within the area, and if you need any coaching services right now, face-to-face, of course, it would be for your safety and for the safety also of the coaches on floor if we can do this online. But in case you are one person who's coming from work and you're trapped outside in there and you need really a coaching service, so we've got a clearance from the security personnel of the floor of the whole PC compound. Maraming pong salamat, and we just clear with OIC, with the guards. When you enter the compound, just tell them that you're going straight to DCAP. So we still have our lights on, and when you get when you enter the parking lot, when you enter the compound, normally they would ask you, just tell them that you're going to DCAP Coffee Republic for the coaching service. So once again, if it's your home right now, you're watching, you're catching us from the comfort of your respective space, whether you're at home, working from home right now, spending time with your family, or maybe you're at work, no? So may mga kasama po tayong nasa office and they're required to work, and nandun lang sila sa planta, nandun lang sila sa operations. And if you are one those people, okay, those employees na nagtatrabaho po just to keep the productions of goods, productions of food, productions of medicine still upgoing, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. For those people, to our tribe who are now in the hospitals on the respective duty and providing services right now in this time of national calamity. In-announce na po, no, that the whole Philippines is now under the state of national calamity. So if you are out there working, providing service and products and services, goods, to keep the country running during this time of calamity, maraming salamat. Mabuhay po kayo. Keep safe, okay? Keep hydrated, okay? Keep your self, okay, informed still of all what's going on in our country. There's a lot of mga updates upcoming, okay? So the last 72 hours was never the same for our country, okay? So the last 72 hours starting last ano ba yan, Coach Candy? Okay lang po yan. Okay, wala pong kaganapan dito. Okay, so within the last 72 hours, it's never been the same. Tama po ba? Okay. Wala po akong coronavirus, okay? So normally this is what happens to my voice if it's coming from a sobrang pagsasalita, sobrang communications for the last 72 hours. I think we've been doing a lot of communications back and forth, not only in Manila, not only within the country, but also out of the country. For many of you, if we are just connecting for the first time, I am Master Coach A. I'm a certified life coach, and I represent the Life Coach Training Institute, or known now as the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. Our headquarters is located in Texas, okay, Dallas, USA, and we're still operational. Our Master Coach, our founder is still operational there. Okay, of course there's going to be like changes because I think at 11:59 p.m. there will also be some lockdown or close down in the US. So to all the change agents in the US, to all our sisters, to all brothers out there, we continue to operate, we continue to provide. Me and Master Coach Kendra is really committed to continue to support you. We will try to operate physically like we're able to do here in the Philippines, here in Manila, but just in case we finally have to really vacate the physical space, rest assured that Master Coach Kendra and I are still committed to provide the needed support for you, not only on the physical space, but we will continue to provide support in terms of number one, your mental state right now, your mental wellness, of course your emotional state, the physical, if you need some help. Okay, for those of you to our tribe, to our change agents, not only the change agents, not only the certified life coaches, if you are part of Coach A coaching community, I think most of our coaches are also inviting you in, all right, to be part of the Coach A coaching community. We want you to be part of that community so we can all like give you like one instructions, one directions if there is a need. If you are part of that community, and just in case you are in an area where you need help, you need support, like you're out of work, you cannot get out, and you need food, you need anything, I would really, it would really be a welcome thing for all of us to receive a message. Okay, just let us know where you are. Coach MJ, Coach Mo, and Coach Pau, they're not able to report for work today. Rest assured that you can, okay, you can count on the company support for you, for the tribe support. So if you are part of our community, wherever you are, and even if you're not yet part of our community, if you're hearing me, so coaches, if you're watching this, okay, if you're part of our community and you're able to share this, okay, and if you're watching this on a replay, like for example after tonight is anong araw ba ngayon? March 17, 2020. Today is Tuesday, and just in case you're watching this on a later date, 24 hours, 72 hours from today, and you will come into a position, you're going to be faced with a position that you need help, you need support, don't hesitate to let us know. You can message me privately, you can send a direct message to the group or to the pages that you can get in touch with us. So we operate the Cup Coffee Republic, your coaching hub, still 24/7 by this time. We thank God, we praise God for the opportunity to still of service physically, but again, for the safety of everyone, it's really best that you stay at home and connect with us virtually. But just in case of emergency situation, in case that you really need a physical connection, we are still here and we're still able to get permissions to operate. So yes, we're still open. You can still see our light. Okay, so glory to God, may ilaw pa rin po kami, okay, in the dark part of the city of Pasig, okay, in this area that everybody is like shut down and all. We give honor and glory to the God we serve, that we're still able to operate this coaching hub, and you can still see our lights on there. Okay, so tonight, you're joining me for our weekly coaching talk. This is Kapehan night, where we talk about life, money, career, relationship, and anything under the sun, including the sun. But tonight, we would like to respond to the call of time, and really to respond to what is happening in our country, not only in our country but in a global setup right now. So I'm coming in, and tonight my talk, this is a special edition, this is a special episode, and we're gonna be talking about the ROI of COVID-19. What is ROI? The return of insight. So coaches, are you excited for tonight? Okay, so do me a favor. Okay, I strongly believe that this talk, that this coaching sessions, this learning session with me tonight is going to be very helpful to all of you out there. So do me a favor, if you're watching, do me a favor to please circulate this, to share this in your timeline, to your groups, and you may also tag a friend. Okay, so sometimes kasi if you share it, your friend may be busy or engaged somewhere out there right now, okay, engaged with something. So do me a favor, tag a friend in the comment below, so your friend get to know that there is something, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow, even at this time that we are facing a global, okay, a global pandemic situation, a global unrest, a global challenging times. Okay, so I also would like to take this moment to personally thank all the coaches on floor. Maraming pong salamat. I know that it's a bit stretched for all of you. Okay, Coach Candice, really thank you so much for the dad. I don't know, Dad, if you can watch us and in the future you're able to watch us. Maraming salamat. Thank you for visiting Coach Candy earlier. Pastor traveled all the way from Parañaque. Pastor, maraming salamat. Of course, si Master Coach Jasmine na magko-cross ng border. Saludo naman talaga hanggang ngayon nandito. So, gabayan ka ng Panginoon pag uwi mo mamaya, Master Coach. Syempre ang ating couple coach, Coach Tin and Coach Sean, okay? From Pasig City. Ayan, and of course si Coach Bill. Maraming salamat po for being here tonight and for still joining me and providing life, providing love, and more than that, providing an inspiration to continue in this time. So, kumusta kayo? Kumusta kayo? Kayo. Kumusta kayo? Hindi po nila alam na kausap po sila. Okay, so Mabuti. Okay, so once again, okay, if you are catching me, if you're starting to know me, if you're just starting to know me, I am Master Coach A. My full name is Adet Purto or Bernadette Purto. For those of you asking what is the A stands for Adet. And again, I'm a certified life coach. I'm the global partner of the Global Coach for Coaches and Entrepreneur. Our Master Coach, Lakendra Smiley, is the founder and the CEO of the institute that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. We provide face-to-face life coach certification program here in the Philippines with international certification and global accreditation. And for those of you who have planned to join us for the next round of certification this coming March, okay, we are now announcing that we will put that on hold, okay, because of the global situation. And we are inviting you to join the next certification class slated on April 27 and 28. That is immediately after our conference, Leading with Love conference, slated on April 22 to 25. So for those of you asking, are we still continuing with the conference? The answer is yes. The quarantine will end on April 12, tama ba? Okay, April 12 for some areas, going to be April 14. So it would be an opportune time for all of us to gather, to strengthen our muscles, both in business, in academe, and moving forward. So we continue to invite you and allocate mark your calendar, allocate some resources, and rest assured that we will do whatever it takes to continue with the program, to continue with the conference. Anyhow, majority of the speakers are coming from Manila. Of course, we've got international coaches who got their ticket already, so they already bought their ticket. They're ready to fly, and we are really very positive, and we are really looking at by mid of April, okay, before our conference, everything of this will be settled. Are you believing that? I hope you are. Okay, so now let's proceed with our topic for tonight is ROI, COVID-19 ROI, return of investment for COVID-19. Again, it's a reminder that we continue to operate as a 24/7 coaching hub. And so if you need help at this time, that you are feeling restless, you are having this panic attack, you're having this anxiety attack, you are having some difficulty in breathing, you are having this emotional unstable emotions, we invite you, if it's if you are okay, you are within the vicinity, and if you prefer, and if it's better for you to connect physically, we are still here operating the hub 24/7, and yet our outmost desire is to keep you safe. Therefore, if you can communicate with us virtually online, then you may do so. Coach Rizal number is 0917-586-1661, but you can communicate also with Coach A page, you can communicate with the Cupcake page, you can communicate also with Life Coach Philippines, and of course the Coach A coaching community. So, okay. So, have you ever thought that the present moment, okay, that COVID-19 is presenting us with a great opportunity, greatest of the greatest time of all, okay? I cannot read that very well. because I'm reading there Coach A. So I got confused. Okay, Coach Ed, you're watching us online. Kumusta naman tayo dyan, Coach Ed? I hope you're doing fine. Hi, Rachel. Okay, so, for those of you, okay, who's thinking and asking, okay, Coach Kay Sabala, Coach Ed, and Coach Lau. Okay, magandang gabi, good evening. Thank you for joining us online. Please do me a favor once again to circulate this live. Do me a favor to share this in your timeline and in your respective groups. And to all our certified life coaches, to all our exchange agents in Region 8, from Region 8, good evening, magandang gabi, stay safe to all of you change agents. All right, so ROI, return of insight. Okay, coaches on floor, what do you think is insights? Okay, if you are watching, okay, tell me where you're coming from, and do me a favor, give me a comment in there. What do you think is insight?
It's the ability to make sense of what's happening.
I like what how Coach Sean is phrasing it. The ability to make sense. I like it. Okay, so many people right now is having difficulty to make sense of everything. You know why the present situation is very challenging and why it's very difficult for us? Because we are forced to do things that we've never seen ever, even in our nightmares would ever happen. Would you agree with me? When we are forced to do something, of course, typically there's so much stretching, there's so much unrest inside of us. How much more if we are forced to do something that we've never seen, even in our wildest imagination? You know how it feels that even in bangungot, even in nightmares, we've never thought that this global unrest will ever happen to us. All right, so we know that there's science, we know that there are all of the developments in technology, and all of the developments in medicines, all of these things coming together. I believe none of us have ever thought that this thing would ever happen. Okay, Coach Mirna, hello. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right, I think we've never thought, we've never imagined that this time will ever come. Okay, would you agree with me? Okay, so when these things happen, most of us is stretched out of our comfort zone. Most of us is challenged how we would respond. And I get it. If you are used to going on your daily lives, reporting for work, and all of a sudden right now you are called to work from home. Okay, to all of you who's working from home and having a challenge how to cope up. It's difficult to cope up. Okay, why it's difficult to cope up? Because before, if you would be working from home, the children's will be out. Now the children is in. It's a different thing. Okay, now you're working from home and the spouse is also in. The children is in, the spouse is in. So I have one parents earlier, we were chatting and the parent said, Coach, nauubusan na ako ng idea. It's kind of, oh my goodness, what would I do with my children? Okay? And then now there are the schools giving us instructions to homeschool our children. And we never, if you've never done, of course, I had experience doing a homeschool for my children, but if you've never had an experience doing homeschooling for your children, I know it's also one of the challenging moments for you. Okay, if you are one person who's earning a daily wage, okay, and now you wanted to report for work, but you cannot report for work because there's no public transportations and you're stuck at home, and you're kind of thinking what would happen to our daily needs, what happens to the food, all right? And for some people even thinking what happened to the bills. Have you ever thought of that? What will happen? And for those of you who are in finance, you're thinking of what would happen to the BIR submission by April. Now, have you ever think of that? Okay, sabi po nila, yan po ay rescheduled. Okay, but I am yet to validate that. But in my mind, I think the government would have something to cover for that. But what I'm saying is that when things like this happens, it is very common for us to be in a state of turmoil. Would you agree with me? It's very common for us to feel the unrest. It's very common for us not to know what to do. It's very common for us to be stuck or in a moment and like feel freeze. Sino sa inyo naramdaman yung freeze moment? Diba? Parang freeze, anong gagawin? What's next, right? And if you are in Manila, if you've got family in the provinces, if you've got family, you've got relatives also in other parts of the world, I believe that's also additional tensions to all of you. You're getting this? So, my take, okay, the way I look at things right now, it's like all of us is going through a mental gymnasium. Okay? So, the way I look at it is right now, we are in a state wherein we are experiencing a mental gymnasium. I don't know about you, if you've been to a gymnasium, a gym. Sino dito nag-gym ka na? Coach Clark, we miss you. I hope you can join us. You can drop a Coach Clark. We are open 24/7. Sabi mo doon kay guard, pupunta ka dito sa amin. We miss you, Coach Clark. We're gonna be here. Coach Erwin is also online. Thank you. Who among you here have been to a gymnasium? Gym. Oo, gym. Dalawa po yan. Yung iba yung gym. Sabi ni Master Coach Hasmin, ganon, di ba? Ano ba yun? sabi ni Pastor Alan, ano ba yun? Pastor Alan, paano po ba yung gym? Sabi kasi ni Master Coach, Hasmin, kung ano eh. si Master Coach Hasmin, kung ano sinasabi. Ano ba, Master Coach? Ano ba yung gym? Ano ginagawa sa gym? Nag-workout. Ha? Nagpapalakas, okay. And what about if you've been to a gymnasium? I think I'm going through some dry.
Reps it, coach.
Yeah.
Ay, picture man.
I have. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm not infected, okay? So I just came from Mercury Drug, so I had my temperature tested. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Okay, Arthur, salute for helping our mental health in track in the midst of health crisis. Yes, Arthur, and please continue to pray for us that we're able to operate. And last night I did a live and I addressed those concerns why we're able to operate. And I'm very straight in saying that we do not promote rebellion or not following the government for instructions, but really I'm grateful, I'm thankful that we're still able to operate as a support system, as a support team, as a support to people right now. So continue to pray for us. We want to do this until we are permitted to do so. Let me just share with you a story. Early this morning, we almost decided to close. Okay, we've almost decided, because when we went out, we've seen people outside and we've seen men in uniform and really asking and all of those where you're going. Okay, I think this is because the whole city of Pasig is put, okay, and strict implementations of the quarantine, and we kind of thinking we'll close it, and we went back because our son, okay, who's now taking care of everything, is on board. So we said we're gonna bring on, and we really started packing, okay, and we've got some suppliers. We messaged, okay, that we need to shut down our prayer team. We messaged them that we're shutting down. But you know what? In the midst of that, that we are packing and all, I stop and I pause, and I really, what hit me is, can we continue? Can we operate one more day? Can we be given another day to be a lamppost, to be a light, to be a lighthouse? And I just pray, and God, and I continue to pray. Preparing, going here, going back, barely resting for the last 72 hours. That's why you're getting this cough. Okay, if you know me, you would know that I would normally have this voice when it's too much. So I'm just going through medyo stretch, but don't worry. I'm getting all my vitamins in check, so I'm okay. I'm still at the peak of my health. I just get from Mercury Drug, so I'm okay. Okay, so wala po kayong dapat intindihan. Pagod lang po, pero kaya pa to. Okay, so please, we ask you to continue to pray for us, okay? And if the guard told us, if si officer kanina pagpasok namin, he asked me, and I went back actually, and if the guard told us no, we cannot, and we would really shut down. But grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you to all of you still praying. We're still able to operate. So okay pa po kami mag-operate as a coaching hub. So you're still welcome, and we're still gonna be here to provide support and service to you if you need it. Okay, face to face. All right. So going back to my mental gymnasium. Okay. In a gym, what happened is, you're being stretched. And the more muscles that you rip, okay, for those of you, I've been in the gym, but I've been out of the gym for I think 7 years. But I used to be very fit, so I used to go to the gym regularly. And what my trainer would tell me then, my coach would tell me then, that the more muscles that the more rip your muscles is, the more stronger you would become. You get it? So kapag napupunit, nasasaktan, I mean, the more that you will come out stronger out of it. And I don't know about you, but I believe that also speaks of our emotions. Okay, the more that we go through difficult times and testing times, for those of us who've been through death, okay, so my toughest moment is losing my father. After we recover from that, we know that we're stronger than ever. And for those of you who've been through some strenuous activity, even if it's not in the gym, okay, you know that recovering from all those rip and all stretching of muscles, we come stronger. We come out and we come back stronger. Would you agree? Okay. And also in terms of, may pastor kami dito, si Pastor Alan, in terms of spiritual, I think when we are tested spiritually and our core values are being challenged, the more that we're able to respond stronger. Would you agree with me? So I have that picture right now that with everything that's happening right now is like I'm facing a mental gymnasium. To picture, the gym is like you're stretching, like stretch and all, muscles rip left and right. And the gymnasium, yung sinasabi ni Master Coach Jasmine kanina, tama naman talaga yon. Master Coach, ano yung kanina? Ganon, di ba? Oo. Tama naman si Master Coach Jasmine. Joke ko lang talaga siya. If you've been to a gymnasium, can you give me a picture of a gymnasium? Sobrang laki, and you can be lost in it. And yet, there's so much happening in there, and it's so difficult to focus in one thing. Yeah. Right? And there are mix of emotions. Okay? You can hear shouting, you can hear people praying on the side, and there's so much in that. I mean, the picture of a gymnasium is full pack of people, different emotions, different situations, and everything is happening all at the same time. Now, that is a picture, okay? So right now, we are going through that moment where our mental sanity is really being challenged more than any time. And I want to say that is really the reason why I want to fight. I want to stand really operating this place, because I feel for those people who are mentally challenged at this moment in time. So imagine if you are mentally healthy, you are mentally fit, and this happens, and now you're starting to have anxiety and panic attack, and you're having all these fears. Now, would you imagine those people who even before the COVID-19 is already mentally challenged? Would you imagine how they are today? And they cannot simply go to the hospital, because truth of the matter, they are not the priority of the hospitals right now. In fact, there are hospitals that are really announcing that, please, no, if your sickness is not of emergency, okay, if not a matter of life and death, please don't go to the hospital. Like in my case, I'm scheduled for my medical checkup, but the doctor said don't go yet. Okay, so the hospital is so full, and it would really be best if you just stay away from the hospital right now if it's not needed. So you just imagine what would happen to those people suffering right now mentally. And I had a master class 2 days ago, and those psychiatrists and psychologists in the group is really looking at the unrest right now is creating a lot of mental stretching and a mental toil, okay, giving us a lot of mental toil. And they said that even after this, we can expect like 6 months to 12 months. Yeah. That people would start recovering from their trauma, would start recovering from their loss of loved ones, loss of people they know, loss of finances, loss of for those people who have money in the stock market, okay? All of these things they said, like it will take 6 to 12 months for us to see the total impact in our mental state, in our mental sanity. And as a professional, that's where I'm coming in. I believe one thing that we can start working right now is coming from a space of gratitude. Would you agree with me? Or can start coming from a space of gratitude for what the COVID-19 brought us. And it's difficult and it's challenging to be grateful amidst all the pandemic and unrest. I got it. And so I'd like to share with you from a standpoint of return of insights. No? Everything that happens in our lives, we definitely can get an insight. Lahat po. Okay? So if we can have a grip, if we could have a dose of that insight, I believe it is something that you can start. We can all start be grateful and thankful. So that's where I'm coming from. So it's not being unmindful of the loss. It is not being unmindful of the unrest. It is not being unmindful of the challenging of time. But I believe it is the best time for us to be grateful and to be thankful, starting with the insights that we can get from the whole thing. Are we good on this? All right. So for you to understand and for you to remember my ROI for COVID, I will also give you my ROI in COVID format. COVID din siya. Para madali. So, sabi nila, di ba, antibodies, antidose. Di ba? Antidote. So, ganun din po. I will also put it in, okay, COVID. So, are you ready?
Yes.
Coach Mix, we miss you here. Board ready. Ano? Wala, naalala ko siya kasi born ready.
Nanonood kasi siya ng replay. Nanonood kasi siya.
Chill lang kayo, chill.
Pagbigyan nyo na po ang mga on-floor guests ko. we're connecting, okay? So, if you are watching, I would really appreciate if you let us know how's the conditions in your place. Okay, we would appreciate a very truthful response. Okay, like speak to us, tell us how you're feeling right now in the face of being isolated, in the midst of you are forced to work from home. Let us know if we can help you in any way. It's a personal commitment, so give me a comment down below. And if you're watching this on a shared video, okay, so you're not watching from Decaf Coffee Republic, and this is a shared in a site or would really appreciate if you message directly Coach A or Adet Punto, so I can easily get your concern and I can immediately respond. Okay, and for those of you who's getting like a queue line, okay, so normally I would respond immediately. If you're getting like a few hours delay, please, okay, extend a little more of your understanding. It's just like the queue is like medyo mahaba lang, but definitely I will attend to you. Okay, COVID. Okay, so ano ang acronym ng COVID? Sige nga.
COVID.
COVID. So,
May 19.
may 19 yan. May 19. Bubuuhin ko siya para hindi ninyo makalimutan. Okay. So, yes, kaya to sa mahaba ang gabi at kahit dahil naman po kayo ay nasa mga respective houses at bahay at pamilya po ninyo, I think you can bear with me, okay? It's gonna be a long learning time sessions, okay? So, bear with me, but trust me, this is something that will be fruitful and worth your time, and I'm sure there's so much you can learn and there's so much for you to share. Coach Dan, all the way from Bicol, magandang gabi. Thank you for being here and joining us. All right, so let's start with
C.
sa letrang, pabaliktad kayo ba nanonood o ganyan? Sa letrang C. Okay, anyone who would like to guess? Can we take an insight from starting with letter C? Ano yung C?
Coach.
Oh?
Control.
Create.
Control.
Control, create, ano pa?
Command.
Care.
Care, ano po?
Concern.
Concern. Concern. One point. Okay. So, coming from a state of, from a space of concern. All right. So, what are the couple of insights that we can take on from a standpoint of concern? Okay. And if you can ride with me, if you can dive with me, if you can connect with me, if you have some insight from a standpoint of concern, okay, I would encourage you to please drop me a note in there. This is the time to be active. This is the time that it would be really good for your mental state, mental sanity to share. Okay, so give me a comment down there and tell me, coming from a space of concern, what are the insights? Okay, number one, right now, wherever you are, it is important to be very clear. What are you concerned about? Okay, so what are you concerned about? Is it you as a person? Is it you as a person with responsibility? Is it you a person with family? Is it you a person with commitments? Is it you as a person coming from a space of unrest and hopelessness even before the COVID-19? You're getting this? Because many people would really put all the toil on the COVID-19. But can we all be straight that even before the COVID-19, we are already burdened with many things? Okay. And when we face these things, it's easy that we push all the concern, all our concerns to COVID-19 without being clear what we are being concerned about. Okay, so what are my insights about the concern? What we are concerned about, where we put our eyes on, what we profess we are concerned, okay, defines where we put the laser focus of our attention. Okay? For some, we are so concerned with food. For some, we are concerned with survival. For some, we are concerned with the comfort because things have changed drastically before our very eyes without notice, walang pasabi. You get it? Bigla lang siyang nangyari. Okay? So, what are you really concerned about? What is it really that bothers you? What is it really that burdens you? What is it really that's capturing your attention at this moment in time? Because the way I look at it, our awareness, our insight of what concerns us right now is the beginning of our gratefulness. If we are concerned about our family, we can be grateful that they're still alive. Right? If we are concerned about our job, we can be grateful that we're not laid off. We are just forced to work from home. If we are concerned about our utang, okay, our loans and everything, can we still be grateful that at least right now may grace period?
Amen.
Amen. We can focus right now with all the unrest and with all the situations coming in. It's easy to be derailed. It's easy to be confused. It's easy to have all of these things clattering and chattering in our mind, and it feels like sasabog yung utak mo. It feels like it will explode, and there's so much emotion inside of you. But really, what are you so concerned about? If you are concerned about your muscles being, stretched and all and firm up in the gym, all right? Can you be grateful that at least for this moment in time, you can pause and look at your body in the mirror and see the progress that you have achieved so far. Or maybe it's time to look in the mirror and really evaluate your state of health. And be grateful you're still there. Be grateful na hindi mo na kayo magkikita ni coach. Alright? If you're really concerned about your children, would you be in a position of gratefulness right now that you're bonding with your children? You're starting to know them deeper than before. You're starting to hear those things that they know that maybe you have missed for some time. If this is the moment that you are concerned about your spouse, can you be grateful that he or she is at home right now and you're working together in the same space? You might be feeling irate. It might be uncomfortable, but hey, at least you're together. And for some on the side, at least the third party is out on this equation. I think you can be grateful with that. So, from a standpoint of what concerns you, I think we can start being grateful for what we hold today, what we're able to experience today. We can be grateful that we still have it. Let's live one day at a time. With all of these things coming in, I am so concerned about my tribe, about my clients who's going through mental challenges. But you know what? What I can be grateful? Number one, I don't have suicide cases right now for some reason. So thank you so much for keeping yourself alive. I love you all. I'm grateful that I've seen our change agents coming up, doing their respective lives. Okay, I was not able to watch, but I think Coach Mike, Coach Nira, Coach Joy had a collaboration. Coach Jan started her live last night, and I believe many coaches are now responding and allowing their message to be heard. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that we may be in a distance, all right? We may not be in connection, but more than any time, you would be needing the support of the institute, and you would know that we are there for you. So I'm grateful that we are given a unique opportunity to, to believe in each other's capacity to be responsible, to be dependable, and masarap yung feeling that you know you can count on someone right now. Alam mo, kahit isa lang yan, if you can count on someone right now, be grateful. Okay? So what about you? What insights, what items can you be grateful for a season, coming from a standpoint of what concerns you? Okay? We're working from home. I believe now we're starting to appreciate and being grateful for our office mates. We're starting to miss, come on. We can be grateful for the food in the canteen. Okay, namimiss na natin si Manang, yung mga nagluluto dyan. We can appreciate now the MRT, LRT, okay? Kasi wow, naglalakad ka ngayon and you appreciate na okay lang palang magkakadikit kahit mahirap, I can be grateful.
Nawawala yung entitlement.
Diba? Nawawala daw yung entitlement, sabi ni Coach Candy. And I believe this is just the opening. I'm opening this. And if you're watching on a replay, and if you're watching also right now, I really do encourage, do me a favor, put some comment in there. What are you grateful right now from a standpoint of concern? And I think for the longest time, you're also concerned with your self-growth and development, right? And can we be grateful that this time we're given the opportunity to learn? We're given the opportunity to nurture our skill, our talents, our habits. Alam mo yun? We are given the opportunity to start on a hobby, okay? To start on something that we've never tried before. Or baka naman may binili kang pang cross-stitch, may binili kang pang coloring dyan at hindi mo pa nagamit ever. And this time, there. And I think the best thing, which I have not given yet the opportunity, is it's also a great time to clean our houses. Sabi nga po ng Presidente, baka po may mga spaces pa tayo hindi natin nabibisita. So, bisitahin lang po natin na namimiss na po natin yung corner ng bahay natin. Alright? So, I want to say this. Have you heard of the saying, elbow grease?
Yeah.
What's an elbow grease?
It removes the squeak or makes
Come on.
most parts functional or flawless.
Flawless. Okay. I have a story. Okay, this was told by Marisa, one of our guru in a master class, and she shared of a story where her mom is coming from Thailand, who migrated, married the dad in Italy or in a European. Okay, and way back in Thailand, her mother was never taught to clean the house. Never taught. That was not the muscles they were developed because she grew up in a family with helpers. Okay, so that was the thing in Thailand, even for middle class family. So when she went and married a man from a European country, okay, she never learned and she never knew how to clean a house. Of course, again, may help her and all, but it was never as clean as it. And then one day, she went to a neighbor's house and she was so impressed that the neighbor house is so clean. So she asked the neighbor, "What are you doing? Why your house is so clean?" And here's what the the neighbor said. "Oh, we just have some elbow grease." Okay, they had something there. Let me read from Coach K. My concern now is how I can help others strategically with our tribe here in Region 8. How we can grow and rise up as a change agents. I wanna answer that right now. If you are inside the upskill, you can expect a lot of materials in the upskill. I'm gonna be uploading a lot of coaching tools. I'm gonna be uploading a lot of coaching formats in there that it's gonna be like on the roll that you can immediately use. Okay, so typical to our coaching for mental resiliency, I would have a couple of things like that. I would have coaching programs in there that you can immediately dive and use. And if you're inside also the upskill, remember that you are entitled or you have the benefit of having a coaching session with a senior coach in the house, okay, with a master coach and the apprentice of Coach A. So that one thing. And then if you are not part of the upskill, of course, I want to encourage you to get in touch with Coach Candy Teng so you get inside the upskill. All right, sabi ni Coach Candy, hello, okay, so you can, okay, but okay, if you're not inside upskill and if you're not ready to make an investment yet in upskill, be part of the Coach A coaching community. I'm going to be uploading a lot of materials. Actually, I've started doing so. So rest assured that you will be helped accordingly. Just send me your concern, valid concern, and objective concerns, and I'm going to be able to respond to that. All right? So going back to my elbow grease. Okay? So here's what the mom did. Okay? So the neighbor said, "Oh, we put on some elbow grease." She went to the market. Okay? And she asked for the elbow grease. I want to buy an elbow grease. And you would imagine that the people laugh on her. And they said, "You cannot buy an elbow grease because an elbow grease means, okay, we allow our elbows, okay, to get some dirt and we do the cleaning." Okay, so, yeah. So she felt so embarrassed. But she learned that you cannot buy an elbow grease, but you need to practice the elbow grease. You have to put some grease in here. You have to get some grease in here, okay? So remember when you clean the house, you get all those dust, okay? Dandering and all the parts, okay? Some oily thing getting into your clothes and to your elbows and all because you would have to get some balance on. So maybe it's time for some elbow grease, okay? So what about that? And looking back, you will be grateful and you will be thankful that, oh, at least I'm able to clean my house. I'm able to clean my room. By the way, I'm able to clean the room of my firstborn. Okay, but never he been home because he's here, so he never seen his room. But I'm able to do that. So I want to do some elbow greasing in there in the house. So maybe it's something you also want to try. Okay, so let's proceed. Letter O. Wanna guess?
Concern.
Opportunity.
Ang galing talaga ni Pastor. Ano?
Opportunity.
Opportunity. Now, not.
Okay.
Come on, try for letter O. Observe.
Order.
Orville, obstacle. What else? Come on. From a standpoint of O, okay, that we can be grateful. Okay, what is it that we can gain some insight? What would be that letter O?
Coach is me.
The first honor in the house. Okay, go on now. O.
Representative.
Okay.
Mr. Coach.
The first is concern. The second is from the area of
Oh.
O.
Next letter, Coach.
Optimization.
Oh.
All right. Okay. What is it that you can optimize in this time? What is it that you can, or maybe for those of you who've started, you are already optimizing at this time? You're getting this? If you are a service provider, like you are a life coach like us, you're a consultant, you're a mentor, you're a speaker, it's time for us to look into our market. It's time for us to really optimize the quality of service that we give to our clients. It's time for us to optimize the opportunity of creating our own signature packages and start really rolling it out. It's time for us to optimize the opportunity of having this face-to-face, okay, conversation. Of course, I know it's gonna be virtual, but when I say face-to-face, it's a close encounter of what our niche market, what our clients truly need from us. What is it that you can optimize also as a parent? What it is that you can optimize as an educator? What is it that you can optimize as a mother, as a father? What is it that you can optimize as a wife, as a husband? Okay? So, from a standpoint of what you can optimize, okay, optimization, I think you can gain insights, okay, of what it is that we can be grateful for COVID-19. Okay? We can create tools, we can create content, we can create products and services, we can create new things because we can optimize the opportunity that we never had because of our busy schedule. What about that? Okay, so maybe this is also the opportune time that we can optimize the opportunity to check on our attitudes, our character, our temper. Because this is not the time for us to exhibit ungodly character or attitude. This is not the time for us to be brag. This is not the time for us to be proud, to be arrogant. This is the time for us to be mindful of who we are and how we are spending our time. Very precious time that we're still free from the virus and we're fighting for survival and we're able to fight one day at a time. Can you be grateful for that? From a standpoint of optimization, what is it that you can be grateful? What is it that you can be grateful? What is it that you can be grateful? Think about it. How can you optimize the time that we never had? How can we optimize the opportunity that we never thought will be given to us? How can we optimize the season that I think will never come again? And I hope will never come again. I don't want to go back to this season again. Okay? So, what is it that you can optimize? Good? Next letter is?
V.
Alright, so what is letter V? Come on.
Value.
Value, come on.
History.
Vision.
Vision, visualization. What can we visualize? Okay. First honor name, okay? I believe many of us have tried doing a vision board, or we have a vision, we've heard of vision, company vision and all of that. But this time, would you agree with me that we're given the unique opportunity to visualize? You get this? Not just having a vision, but being able to visualize. Because now it's just like everything stops, right? So stop, and we have so much time. And because we are pressed, different sides, we are given a unique opportunity to visualize forward. To visualize forward, how do we see tomorrow? How do we see next week? How do we see next month? Hence, I'd like to encourage you to focus, to visualize on the results that you want to see, not on what you are afraid of. Because it's already tasking to our brain. It's already so much toil for us to experience all this discomfort. And with that ability to visualize, that opportunity to visualize, can we do ourselves a favor and can we visualize the great results that we want to achieve out of all of these things? Visualize. What is it that you can visualize for yourself, for your career, for your family, for your business? What is it that you can visualize for our country, for the nation? Okay? What is it that you can visualize for your long forgotten dreams? And this time you're given the opportunity. What is it that you can visualize in terms of relationship building? What is it that you can visualize in terms of honing the inventory of skill sets that you have today? What is it that you can visualize in terms of projects that you never got to get started because you're so busy left and right? What is it that you can visualize in terms of finances? What is it that you can visualize in terms of where to spend your money, where to invest? Or what is it that you can visualize about value of money? Okay? Value of relationship. What is it that you can visualize in terms of the profession that you wanted, but you're not in yet? Maybe you wanted to be a doctor, maybe you wanted to be a lawyer, maybe you wanted to be an accountant, but you're now in a different field. Or maybe just maybe you've been hearing about life coaching, you've been thrilled about it, you've been you've been interested about it, but you never had a time, never had a chance. But maybe this time, can you visualize yourself becoming a change agent like us? Can you visualize yourself being a life coach like me? Can you visualize yourself like me, all right? Helping fellow people. I'm thinking of this for those of you who are into the entertainment, or into the speaking engagement and all of this. Can you visualize yourself having the opportunity that this time you're teaching other people to be like you? Like if you are a motivational speaker, can you visualize yourself teaching other speakers to be like you, to be as great as you are? Can you visualize yourself honing talents to be exactly like, of course, definitely not exactly like you, but to have an experience of success like you? Because you are their mentor now, you are their coach right now, you are their trainer right now. I mean, can you visualize yourself leveling up? Because right now, if you are a practitioner, immediately when you start teaching other people, when you start training other people, immediately you level up. Have you ever imagined of that? Can you visualize that? That all of a sudden you're given a unique opportunity, okay, to alchemize all the strengths, talents, and unique possibilities that you can think of before just thinking out loud. But right now, can you visualize that whole thing, alchemize it? All right, and see yourself in this big mental gymnasium and it's happening. How beautiful is your mental picture of that? I don't know about you, but that gives me some excitement. It does excite you? Because it does excite me. Okay, it excites me that even at this moment in time, I can reach out other coaches all across the globe. By the way, to all of the other coaches that who's part right now of Coach A coaching community, thank you so much for being part. Okay, so there are a lot of coaches in Coach A coaching community, not coming from Manila, not coming from the Philippines, they're coming all over the part of the globe. So thank you so much for being there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, and do me a favor, drop me some note, post some comments, and or do some postings and let us know how your country is doing at this moment in time. And again, it's really my heart, okay, to help people make a difference, monetize their talents, and live their desired lifestyle through the platform of coaching. So just in case you are a life coach, you are a coach, or you are a budding, person who wants to be a coach, or you're starting with a career and you've been wanting to be like us, I think this is the opportune time. And it excites me, okay, it excites me that I can level up in my manner of teaching you. I can level up in my manner of supporting you. I can level up in my manner of being with you and being in a journey. Because sometimes when our profession is being threatened, all right? When our work is being threatened, when our paid, alam mo yung 8 to 5 job is being threatened, we feel like I'm lost, I don't know what to do. And I'm so excited that I'm given the opportunity to make you understand, to let you know that out there in the world, okay, we exist. Hello, I exist. Our tribe exists. Okay, yes, we exist. Okay, and try us. Okay, maybe the first time, the initial experience, or maybe the past wasn't really good between you, the tribe, and all of these opportunities. Maybe it wasn't the perfect time yet. I'm so excited for us to journey together right now and start seeing that this time, maybe this time, it's gonna be a sweeter journey for both of us. A sweeter journey with the tribe, a sweeter journey with people you've never been in touch with, okay? But this is really the best time to start growing with the tribe. We are now a tribe of 268 change agents, and we've done 39 batches. So think about it. So you're coming from batch 1, batch 2, batch 3. We've gone a long way, and there's a lot of people in the house, in the tribe, that can really help and assist you. And of course, I've got my master coach, Mike Celis there, master coach Hasmin Miroy here, and all the apprentices willing, ready to help you. And for those of you who want to take this opportunity to visualize yourself, to level up in the practice of the coaching professions, hello, there's a lot of apprentices in the house who's willing to help you. And I believe this is just really a beautiful moment. And for those of you who want to start doing live, FB Live, doing talks online, want to do coaching online, want to do some teachings online, and you're concerned like, what material do I have, what content do I have? You know what? This is not time for you to waste, okay, your resources or your precious time. You can just get inside upskill, okay? Or you can just get connected with me, and there's a lot of materials I can share with you for your use. There's a lot of materials that you can really utilize, maximize, and exploit, okay, to your advantage. Just be sure you use it responsibly. Just get connected with me. Just get connected with the tribe. We're gonna be helping you. By the way, we also have points of view, okay, creative tools inside the house. So if you have clients that at this moment in time cannot respond to communications, like the difficult verbal communications, but they could respond in pictures, in creative arts, we have a complete tools of the points of view material. So please come over, bring them over, let's do it. And if it's also this is at the time that you want to learn the tools, please come over, have an appointment with us, join us, especially this time that we don't have really people in the house, okay? We're doing things online. You can come and we can learn together. We're good? Okay, so we're done with C, we're done with O, we're done with V. What is I of the COVID? Inspiration. Oh, Pastor, lumaban ka naman. Baka ikaw naman to. Intuition. Pastor na pastor talaga. So, coach. Ang galing. Ano po? Kaso lang hindi siya. Individual. Ano daw? Individual. Diyos ko, magkanya isolated na, mag-i-individualize na ka. Si Coach Candy talaga, gustong magsolo. Oo. Sige ba, subukan natin. Intelligence, inform, ano?
Ignorance.
Hi, Coach Joy! Okay, Coach Joy, if you've done your live, kung natuloy po yung live niyo, please send me your, yeah, you did that, congratulations. So, I will take a moment to watch that. Okay, I was preparing for that, preparing to go back to DCAP. So, I will check on that, Coach Joy. Okay, Coach Mike and Coach Mira, congratulations for doing that. If I read it right, sabi, everyday nyo daw gagawin yan, no? Until the lockdown is over. So, come on now. Strengthen the muscles. Okay, congratulations. So, come on now. Letter I. Sa letrang I.
Ilang
Next letter, Coach.
ilang letters? Internalize.
Gagawin yung mga estudyante ko. Sa letrang I, followed by M.
Impossible.
Important.
Ito naman si Master Coach. We're talking about a space of gratitude.
Grateful because coach, you have
Ano siya, Coach Clint? Ano daw?
immigration.
Immigration, hindi tayo aalis sa Pilipinas. We love the Philippines. Naku naman.
Binay nga ako ng non-immigrant visa.
Pambihira naman. Huwag tayo mag-migrate. Pambihira naman. Coach Janet, ano? I am? Ano,
Di nga eh. You something that you're grateful. Mali nga.
So okay na po, bago po tayo magkasakitan dito, coming from a space of sino, baka naman may nagko-comment. Basahin natin, baka naman may nag-comment. I am. So who would be coming from what insight can we gain?
From Coach lang.
M nga, Coach. I am. Ano?
Impart.
Impartation.
Oh!
Happy birthday! Okay.
Tumama ka rin.
Impart. What is it that you can impart in this time?
Oh,
Because what you can impart will be the source of your impact. Okay? What is it that you can impact in this time? Because what you can impart will be the source of your impact. You cannot have an impact in this time, in this season, if you will not impart anything. So if you will just isolate yourself and do nothing, okay, you're not going to make an impact. Now again, the impact would be, okay, positive, negative, and that will be dependent on what is it that you are imparting to the world today. Remember, the world is watching us. The world is watching you. The world is having its eye on you. Not only your community, not only your tribe, not only your family, not only your friends, it's the world, okay? When you post something in Facebook, when you post something in your social media account, it's a worldwide thing, okay? Everybody reads that, especially if it's like you do a hashtag of COVID-19, you do a hashtag of coronavirus, then the world really have an access to that. So from a standpoint of impartation, impart what you can impart. What can you be grateful? You know what I can be grateful, I think, I believe so, is at this moment in time, we can now impart our unique message. Our message to the world. Our message that for the longest time we cannot express. For the longest time, we're so scared, we're so afraid, and we're so like timid on it, we're so shy, okay? Okay, yung mga nahihiya. And now you are faced with a lot of challenges, and you kind of realize it's time for your message to be released. It's time for your message to be known. It's time for your message to impact the globe. So, can you be grateful for that? Because I am grateful for that. I am grateful that maybe your message is not a popular thing, okay? Maybe your message would not gain popularity, not yet, but if you're coming from a space of love, if you're coming from a space of compassion, you're coming from a space of social responsibility, I believe your message will soon gain attraction and people will start appreciating. But you know what? Even if people don't appreciate your message, as long as you know it's your message, as long as you know it's your unique message, and as long as you can hear your voice in that message, I'm sure you can be grateful. Because many people are stuck with it. Many people don't even get an opportunity. Many people die with their message buried with them. So now you're given that unique opportunity to impart that message of yours. I mean, I really encourage you to like step back and really, what is your message? Okay, so like to me, my message is very simple. If I die tomorrow, if tomorrow never comes, I want to live my life to the fullest until my last breath. But since I'm believing, I'm a believer, I'm a firm believer that we will really come out of this stronger. So my message is, let's do this together, all right? And I'm here. Like, that's more than any time, I'm given a unique platform, a unique opportunity where I can be true to my message, where people can really look into my message and people will hear my message and people will believe in my message. I believe, I'm grateful I'm given that chance. So what about you? What are you grateful about, the things that you can impart this season? Maybe you have a hobby, maybe you have a talent, hidden talent. So it's time to release that talent, right? Because every talent have a message. Would you agree with me? Yeah. Or maybe your company, if you're a company owner right now, your company have a message. Yeah. Our company have a message. We've started our battle cries was be inspired, be transformed. Now be coached, be transformed. And now more than any time, that message is getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So this is an opportune time for us to bring out the message. Be grateful for that. Come on now. So go back. What's your message to the world? Because the world is watching. The world is waiting for you. And you know what? No matter how simple is that message, I believe the world deserves that. Okay? What is a message? A message is really an advocacy. A message is a response to a problem. A message is your statement of what you can do, the difference you can make. Right? The overarching theme of your message is always the very, 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 very best part of you. Think about it. Yeah. Your message, hidden in your message, is the very, 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 very best part of you that is anchored on your values and core beliefs. So how's that? How beautiful is that? That you're given a unique opportunity to impart your message in this season of COVID challenge. Getting this?
Yeah.
All right. So next letter, D. All right. Now, D. Kayo na. Come on. Pastor, last na to. D.
Selfie image ko.
Come on now. Can we go for the letter D?
Design.
Huh? Design?
Develop.
Ano ba?
D.
Delegate.
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 Oh.
Delegate! You know what? From a standpoint of delegation, the COVID-19 is giving us a unique opportunity to start unloading ourselves and giving some loans to other people so they can start growing themselves too. Unloading ourselves and allowing other people to grow out of it. For the longest time, we've been doing things all by ourselves. Okay? Believing that we are superheroes, super heroes of our time. And so we do all the things. This time is a great opportunity to unload, to delegate, and allow other people to shine. Come on now. So, from a standpoint of delegation, can you be grateful that other people can carry the load with you? Can you be grateful that now you're forced to delegate? You're not at home, you're not at work, you're not at anywhere. Do you know that even at your home, you're not at home? I mean, think about it. You're at home, but you're not home. Come on. Because you're at this is just like a unique space that we've never been into. Like, you're at home, but you're not home. You're at home, but you're in school. You're at home, but you're at work. You're at home, but you're very attuned to the government things.
Makes sense.
We're never at home. Like, this is like it's so unique that you are in one physical space and yet you are allowed to travel. Travel in your mind. Diba? Most of the time they will tell you, be physically present where you are. Yeah, you're physically present, but you're doing things that not there. How? Come on now. Your intuition, your creativity, all of this thing is being harnessed, being honed, being developed in this season of time. Okay? And you're able to delegate. By force, right? By force. Okay? If you are a boss and you're micromanaging your people, you cannot micromanage them. They're in their respective homes. Come on. You will have to delegate. Right? If you're at home and you are also micromanaging every details at home and now, bigla na lang lahat, the husband, the wife, all of you now in one space, you cannot micromanage. Trust me. You will have to delegate. This is very unique. Come on now. If you are in a service industry right now, you are in the medical institutions, you are in the medicines and all of these things, you start delegating now because the influx of requirements is too much and you cannot do everything else. Tama ba? Yeah, delegate. From a standpoint of delegation, what is it that you can be thankful? You know what? From a standpoint of delegations, I can be thankful that I needed to delegate a couple of things to my able, capable apprentice, master coach, and see them bloom. Yeah, I have a lot of things in my mind, and watch it. I'm gonna be talking to you after this. I'm so excited, really. I'm so excited to delegate. I'm so excited to see them bloom. Really, really. Coach Ray, I've been trying to connect mahinang signal. Okay, Coach Ray, we're gonna be sending you the replay via YouTube. Coach D, hello. I miss you, sister. She's Coach D also. Big clap to Coach D for sharing her beauty, her knowledge. Coach is able to, you know, Coach D, you're doing a great job. She's able now to, she's shining now. And I'm one person who's so excited for her because from graduation, from being certified coach, she's trying to marry both her being an RN, having all her experiences in Canada, now going back to the country and being a life coach. And I remember our last meeting, Coach G, and this is just doing such a great moment for you, Coach G. So thank you. Watch her FB Live. No, most of the she would share it in Coach A coaching community. It's beautiful, very informational. And I like how she would do it, that bababa yung panic mo eh. Alam mo yun, very calming. Diba? Very calming. Oh, by the way, her voice, her manner, it's just really one person in the wellness industry. Come on, Coach G, salute. Okay, I love it. Try it, watch it, and you love it. Wow, Coach MJ, we miss you. We miss you, Coach MJ. I miss my sandwich. Okay, watching Coach Lau. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now Coach MJ is having his moment watching, learning. Okay, MJ, take use of this. That's si Coach Mon. Hanapin niya, tsaka si Coach Pao. Okay. Nandyan, hello. Be heard. Say something. Tapos sinulat nila dyan, something. So, Labang buong, I miss you. Na-miss ko lang talaga kayo.
If they do say that means they are our employees.
Okay, so are you getting this? So let's start with COVID again. Let's do a recap before I do the 19. Concern.
Optimization.
Right.
Visualization.
Okay, impart, impartation, and delegate or the delegations. You got it? Okay, so down to the 19, down to the numeric. Siyempre may numerical figures tayo, kailangan natin yan. Okay, one thing. Yan. Okay, one. Okay, for the number 1, what is one thing that you can focus in this season of your life? One thing that you want to see in this crisis. One thing that you want to see in this challenging moment. One thing that you want to come out of this vicious wide fight for survival. Just one thing. Just one thing. And in return, okay, what are 9 action steps that you can do? 9 things. 9 action things, okay? What are the 9 things? 3 things that would speak of your value. What are 3 things that you can do to strengthen, to speak, and to populate and to promote your core values in this moment in time? 3 action steps that will recalibrate and realign your mindsets. And 3 things that you can do, all right, to help others in this time of need. 9 action steps, 3 things that you can do to strengthen, to promote, to share your core values. We need it in this time, right? 3 things that you can help through your mindset. So what are the 3 mindsets that you have right now? Okay? That you can take actions. Now, you can take actions and share to other people. Diba? Like, I would be sharing with you speed of implementation, speed of recovery, and all of those things.
Mindset to share to others.
Mindset to share to other people. Okay? I'm looking at taking actions. And the last is 3 things that you can do to really help other people out of your own unique strength, unique ability, unique capacity, unique platform, whatever it is. So 9 action steps. And if you will do the math, the 9 things will support the one thing that you want to see happening. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. For those of you who feel lost at this moment in time, know that our coaching team is willing, able, trained to support you. We've got real life coaches in the house, ready to help, ready to support you. If this is a time of your life that you need help to practice the profession or to receive coaching from us, okay, we're ready, we're able, we're willing, okay, to do that for you right now. If you are one person who seems to be lost with everything that's happening, you are a parent and you're lost what to do with your children at home right now, then we've got coaches in the house who focus on parenting. If you are one person who's starting to be mentally challenged right now, we've got Coach Candy in the house for your mental state, for your mental sanity, insane state. If you have some concerns about how you operate now, your work, we've got, master coaches in the house. Spiritually, if you're lost because the churches shut down and you're missing your Sunday worship, Sunday service, okay, Pastor Alan did not shut down. He was still doing the service last Sunday. I'm not really sure how we can proceed this Sunday, but you can get in touch with him. We are operational. Physically, we're grateful. And we're praying, please pray with us that we can carry this through until the end. But just the same, if it is for your safety, okay, and also for your convenience because you're at home, okay, let's start working. Let's get started. Let's get started working together online. Okay, for those of you who are interested to start finally your virtual coaching, get connected with me. Okay, for those of you who wanted to start really doing the upskill program, work with a coach, get connected with Coach Candy 10. But on my final note, I want you to really journey with me and see how beautiful the mental gymnasium that I can see. How beautiful it is that we're given the opportunity, a unique opportunity to strengthen our physical muscles, to develop our mental capacity to understand things. How beautiful it is that we're given the opportunity to see how significant our spirituality is and how significant are we also to our spiritual family. How beautiful it is for us to see that we can find comfort and security from the people we love. There's emotional security even amidst the turmoil of time. I want to really rally with you and see this unique opportunity of time as a season best to alchemize the fear, the challenge, the threat, the unrest, the uncertainty, and all of this emotion that's really causing us to get out of our comfort zone. Really, use all of these things that's stretching and challenging our mind to become the person we always wanted to become. You've got a message. And I'm sure that with your message, you want to make a difference. You want to make a difference with that message. And with that message, you are given with the skill sets, with the talents, with the unique gift sets, that this is the time you can use it. I'm sure you want to monetize it, and you can monetize it right now online. And most importantly, you've always wanted the connection with your family. Best time to disconnect with what consume you to connect with what matter most to you. This is the best time, like never before, that the unrest can provide us rest. The turmoil will give us peace. The shaking can give us that utmost refuge that in our space we are valuable and we can value others, and therefore with all of these things we can look forward for a better, brighter tomorrow. Good night, everyone. This is Master Coach. I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.